It's been a while since I've done a YouTube video. It feels so weird talking to a camera again after not having made a YouTube video in a while. It is quite a strange thing to sit in a room by yourself and try to communicate as if you're talking to somebody. Hi, friends on YouTube who are watching. Thanks so much for sticking with this channel if you've been here for a while, or if you're new, welcome. I make sewing videos and I have not made a YouTube video in quite a while. I've just had a lot of other things happening in my life that have kind of been taking priority and keeping me very busy, but I'm very much looking forward to getting back into making sewing videos. I have still been sewing, so I thought for this video I would share some of the things that I've made recently. So the first project I want to share is this top. Now, I have had this actual shirt in my wardrobe for a very long time. It's one of the first, probably one of the first things that I sewed using a sewing pattern. It is just a free pattern, a boxy t-shirt, and what's different, what makes this a recent project for me, is that I added this little embroidered detail around the neckline. And for me, that totally transformed this shirt from being something that I was really getting bored of and found that I was not reaching for very often, to being something that now just has way more interest for me, and I feel like I've worn it so many more times since I added this little detail. It just is something that, like, just a little thing that makes it way more special and totally like refreshed it for me, and it feels like a new piece. So that's something that I would highly recommend if you have a piece in your wardrobe that still fits and works for you, but you find yourself getting bored of. Adding just like a very simple little detail to make it a bit more special, a bit more visually interesting, can make a huge difference. And it's a fun project. I love being able to combine embroidery with sewing. Next, we have this shirt. You might have seen a bit of the process of me making this in one of my past videos. I think I was sharing it at the stage where I had fabric laid out on the floor and I was sewing the pin tucks, each individual pin tuck, which is quite a lengthy process. This shirt turned out wonderfully. I'm so happy with it. The pin tucks were all done by eyeballing. I didn't measure anything. I didn't want to make the process any more tedious than it was already going to be. And yeah, I'm just so happy with the way that this shirt turned out. It's the perfect thing for a hot summer day because the whole lower portion is very loose and flowy, and it kind of sits out from your body, so it's not like touching your skin. The fact that it doesn't have sleeves, and it's just made of this light organic cotton material, this is something that I really like wearing. This is a button-down shirt that I sewed in the winter. I believe I sewed this around Christmas time, and I kind of waited all winter before I wore it. I brought it out as part of my summer wardrobe. I do like a yearly switch over. I have a winter wardrobe and a summer wardrobe, and some of the things stay and cross over into both seasons. So this, even though I made it a while ago, I've just started wearing this summer, and it is another project that, yeah, I couldn't be happier with the way that it turned out. The fabric is a hand-woven cotton, and I got it from Maiwa, and it was a little bit more expensive than fabric that I typically work with. It is so nice. It's also, this color is done with indigo, and the rest is like a natural cotton, and it has these really cool stripes in it, like the little detail of these stripes that run through it that kind of have varying shades of indigo. So I really paid a lot of attention to the details on this one. I made sure that all of my stitching looked really nice. I just wanted it to be the level of production, of skill, to match the like, I don't know, how impressive the fabric I was working with was, if that makes sense. So this, I think, is one of the nicest things that I've sewn. There's the back. I did stripes going this way along the back side of it. Oh, and the other thing about this shirt, I tried to put front pockets on it. I mean, I never use a pocket, like the pockets up here on a button-down shirt. I don't store anything in them, but they're kind of a nice decorative element sometimes. I tried to put pockets, and the first time I sewed the pockets on, the matching of the stripes was perfect. The top stitching and the distance between the top stitching and the edge, like everything was perfect. And then I tried the shirt on, and like I had placed the pockets too high. It just looked kind of weird. So I tried moving the pockets further down on the shirt, and every time I re-sewed them on, the pattern matching didn't line up, or the top stitching didn't turn out exactly right. Like, it was just never as good as the first time I sewed it on. And I like stitched and unstitched a good few times, and then I realized I'm sewing through this fabric so many times, I don't want to create holes in it or make it weaker than it is. So I finally just decided to give up on the pockets and keep the shirt as is, because it does look quite nice the way it is. And yeah, that's what I went with. The next project I have to share is not a sewing project, it is knitting. I recently finished knitting this Ingrid sweater. This is my second time knitting the Ingrid sweater. I really liked the fit of the first one that I made, and I thought about, I had bought just enough of this yarn to make a sweater. I didn't necessarily have a particular pattern in mind. And I tried looking for different patterns. I kind of like to knit different types of patterns, keep things interesting, but I didn't really find anything that I was super drawn to, and I already knew that I liked the fit of the Ingrid sweater. I think of all the sweaters that I've knitted, that's the one I wear the most, and that's the one that just like feels the most comfortable. So I decided to just make that one again. Plus, it's really fun to knit. I love having all the different textures and the fact that it's always changing, like the type of pattern, the type of texture pattern that you're knitting. So that just keeps things interesting for me while I'm knitting. You're kind of always looking forward to moving on to the next section. So I knit this one again, and I knitted it in one size bigger than I did the previous one. So the previous time I sized down because I wanted it to be a bit more fitted. I think the sweater is generally meant to have kind of an oversized fit, and I really liked that. But I decided to try this time making it like the proper size so that it would be a little bit more oversized. And yeah, I enjoy both of them. And so it's nice to have my favorite knitted sweater in 2 different colors and 2 different size options. And finally, I have this dress to share with you. I made this using my favorite dress pattern of all time. It is the Work Dress by Ella Harp. It's a free or pay what you can pattern. She also has a great video tutorial here on YouTube for how to make this dress, which I'll leave both of them linked in the description in case you want to make it. I've made 3 other versions of this dress. This is my 4th one, and yeah, I just absolutely love it. I love the construction process, and these are just the dresses that I wear the most of any dress that I've made. They're so easy to throw on. You can kind of wear them in a bunch of different situations and a bunch of different types of weather. Because they have long sleeves, they work in cooler weather, but also I've made most of mine out of linen, so it's quite breathable and also works well in warm summer weather, and the sleeves can be rolled up and made into shorter sleeves. It's a very loose fitting kind of dress, but it also has these tie straps which you can tie around it to make it a little bit more fitted. It's just very comfortable and yeah, very easy to wear. And for this one, I did a little quilt block pocket on the front. So that is it for the clothing items that I've sewn recently. I've also been sewing bags, and I'm probably gonna do another video with like more bags that I've sewn. I made a video a while back with all the bags that I had sewn up to that point, which was quite a lot. And of course, I've continued to sew bags despite the fact that I probably have more bags than I will ever need, because they're just so much fun to make, and they let you experiment with different colors and techniques and things that you wouldn't necessarily get into when you're making clothing. So you can expect to see a video like that pretty soon. Anyway, I'd love to hear what you've been sewing or making lately. So if you're got a project on the go or a project that you recently finished, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. And yeah, thanks for watching this little update. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.